Hey everybody, how are you? Happy Wednesday. I forgot to mute something. There we go. How are you guys doing? Are you having a great day? I have been incredibly busy this week since I made the decision to rent my house. I've been donating things away, trying to figure out what I'm selling on Facebook Marketplace, trying to pack, trying to find someone to rent. And it's kind of crazy. But I'm debating between getting roommates or renting out the house. I found a good place to store my stuff though, but we'll get all into that on Saturday. Let's bring up Badge and see how he's doing. Hey Badge, I thought maybe we could say hello to everyone.
Sports fan. How's it going? Now I want everybody. I'm not doing this for milk. I'm doing this for money, just money. Look at Paula. Did she ever clean up good or what? I gotta admit, really? She scared the living daylights out of me. She come up and that's what she looked like. I said, where the hell did Paula go? I thought it was her mother for a minute, but it wasn't. So, yeah. So you guys start dropping the money for the makeup, buddy. I'll tell you, look at that. That's gorgeous. Damn gorgeous. Anyway, we're back here. Stickers. We're going to have stickers for Paulapalooza. As you know, Paulapalooza's in July 10th and 11th or something. It's going to be a blast. I'll try to control myself. Al says that she's going to put me on a really short rope. So I think it's going to be in a closed park. So you know what you can do there. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff and nobody will
It's a private park. It's a historical site. And so because there's people coming from out of province, we can't book our event at a campground because out of province residents at this time can't book in. So this spot
historical
is
site.
perfect.
That's right. It in historical site. Yes. Anyway,
you know
tonight's guest, huh?
What?
What's that? Go ahead.
So far, we have 6 YouTube channels that I know of that are coming.
That's just.
You want to know who they are?
That's just the tip of the iceberg. By the time when they find their stickers there, they're going to show up. They're going to be Paulapalooza stickers, and they're going to be dated. They're going to be dated, so you can't say, "Oh yeah, next year, yeah, I was there." It's not going to work that way. It's going to have a date on it. You have to show up every year.
I was just talking to my son yesterday. I'm like, "Oh my God, I am hosting a van life meetup, and I've never even attended one before."
And the point is, don't worry. I've been to lots of them. I'll pull you along, kid. Don't worry. If they put the chain on the ambo, you'll be just fine.
Well, some of the people that are going to be there are myself and UNL, Karen with Prairie Life, J-Rock's coming. Yeah. J-Rock is going to be our DJ for the evening Saturday night. Van Life Ventures is coming, and Tumbleweed RV Life is going to be there as well. So that's going to be a fun day.
4, 5 people I want to see already. There you go. Life's good. Oh, I forgot to tell you, did I?
What?
I got the shot today. Don't give me no comments on the shot. I got the shot today, so I'm clear to go. The only thing holding me down now is the border. And that's the end of July.
Tomorrow. I'm so excited. Oh, Tim, thank you so much. Let me play a thank you for you, buddy.
I know all our American friends are a little thing about this. Okay, now the guest. I'm going to tell you, the guest we had for like a split second, like a couple months ago, and it got all screwed up again. I take the blame for it, and it just was a bad situation. But now, this is one of my American daughters. Like, you know how many daughters I got? Like, I got a lot of daughters.
I got a lot of sisters.
I got Canadian ones, and I have American ones. And this is one of my American daughters. Now, I never really took any advice from Bob Wells at all. I don't really do. But I did for this time because she phoned me up. We were talking for about a year or so. She had a lot of stuff in her life, which she'll tell you about. And I says, you get your ass in that bus and get it to Arizona, and we'll take care of it after that. And all I can say is that's history. So
wow.
roll the intro and bring her up, baby.
Well, wait 2 seconds. We're going to say hello to people as we go. You and I are super hyper today. I don't even know what is going on. It must be all the hot weather coming, but
well, look at who I'm sitting beside. What do you blame me? I'm only human, man.
You threw me completely
holy crap.
off.
Scared to live in daylight than the old guy. Jeez.
Oh, good Lord.
You could have sent me a message and said, well, you better be careful. I sort of cleaned up a little bit and no, you didn't say nothing. You just shock and awe. That's all I'm saying. Shock and awe.
Thank you, Badge. Thank you. And I want to thank Van Life Rocks for the raid. And I want to thank the following channels for sharing out the live stream. Van Life of Gina shared it out on. Thank you for that super sticker, Gina. Ava Potterfield and friends shared it out, and Draymond Wheel shared it. Thank you guys so much. That is greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. We're going to keep saying hello as the evening goes on. Oh, and thank you, Tracy. I'm so wound up. I think I called Tom Tim before. I'm losing my marbles. I got so much stuff. I don't even know if I'm coming or going.
They know what you're talking about.
If I was in a race right now, I'd be so far behind, I'd think I was winning.
You're going to Paulapalooza. You know, you're invited, just in case you want to know. You're invited to Paulapalooza.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Well, that's the least I could do. I said, yeah, we'll invite Paula.
Be Amazing Sylvia shared the live stream out as well. Thank you so much for that. And again, thank you to Van Life with Gina, Tom's Wild Views, and Tracy Ocean Fire for these super chats today. All right. I'm going to find the little video. We got to do the fabulous. This is the last interview surprise guest for the summer, hey?
Yeah. And then we're going to go live.
Because you're going to be here in
That's right. Yep. I was going to say in the raw, but that's not, I can't say that. That's not true. I'm going to be in the flesh and blood, yes.
Oh my God, I don't know what is with you today.
It's a good Wednesday. I got the shot. We're ready to go. Like the guy asked me, he says, are you looking forward to this? I says, that's my ticket out of this place, baby. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Nomadic Ramblers. You guys are awesome. I got to play another thank you for everyone. And then I am going straight to the intro for the last surprise guest of the season. Let me just find. I'm just losing my marbles today.
Hello. Why is everyone on mute? It says that Badge and Van Vita are muted.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, now you're not muted. There we go.
Holy moly.
I was like, why isn't it working?
Here. Hello, Gina.
Hey, hello. Girl, how's it going?
I don't know if Elle's got service. So she told me to give you a great big hug. Great big hug.
I miss her.
Now, how did you guys meet?
We got the shot. Well, that was a long story.
That is really excited.
That was a long time ago. It was fun because let her tell the story because she's got personal stuff she has to say into it. So
I met Badge first. I messaged him when he first started his YouTube channel, but I kind of knew him before that because I followed like Michael and Dean and all of them. So he was on, every YouTube channel ever known at that point, except his own. And when he got his, I had messaged him just, like, should I buy this bus? Is this okay? This is happening with my bus. Like, what do I do? Because he's badge, like he knows everything. So you ask him. And then when, I finally got the bus built and everything, I was like, I don't know what to do. My mom had passed away and I was like, I'm just lost. I'm stuck. Like, and he was like, just come to Arizona and we'll handle it. Of course, when I got to Arizona, that's a whole other story because it was a hot mess, but it was such a mess, but I made it and I don't have any regrets about it. So none at all.
Wow.
It's funny because that's just the way it goes, because everybody that meets me, I end up fixing. The only one I haven't fixed anything for him when I met him was Neil. So her bus broke down in Blythe. I told her, of course, how I operate, right? I said, okay, get this bus and don't in Arizona. I said, just run it, don't stop, come, and just run it. So she phones me. She said, I'm in Blythe. I said, okay, come back across the border to the Flying J and down 3 miles. That's where Squatterville is. Well, I turned it off. I said, what did I tell you? Didn't I tell you not to turn it off? But anyway, I video on it, by the way. The one with me and Gina in it, that's when I fixed the bus. So I fixed the bus. She was nursing this thing across with a bad fuel pump. And I kept telling her how to get it going, and she finally got it going, and we got it all the way from Massachusetts to Arizona with a bad fuel pump. But anyway, we got it fixed finally, and yeah, it's all history now. So
it was an interesting trip.
So where are you right now?
Yeah.
I am currently in New York, in the Adirondacks of New York, with Michael from Navigation Nowhere and his family, and Dale Betts. Everyone knows Dale Betts.
Yeah.
It's a nice
wow.
place.
So are you helping them build? Or are they helping you?
No, I'm not helping. They wouldn't want my help. I can't build for anything. It's never going to happen. They would be like, please, Gina, don't touch it. I'm here to visit and get, he's actually helping me with the bus. He's going to help with the mechanics of the bus. And I didn't have shore power. So he's going to put in shore power so that I can like plug in and charge my batteries that way and fix my water pump and my diesel heater, things that happen that I didn't know how to fix. So I'm here to get Michael's help. And he is just, he's Badge's American son for a reason. They're the same person. They'll help anybody, shirt off their back type situation. So I'm pretty lucky right now.
Oh, that's so awesome. So awesome. So
but we go back to, so she was building this van and she got this guy to build the van and all that stuff. So, I'm not saying nothing about it, but,
I could tell the story if
when
you
she
want
got
that.
to Squatterville, it was just before she
Badge, I want to hear her story.
No, because she'll start crying.
She's giggling too much.
I'll be okay, Badge.
I'll let her tell it.
I didn't know that you could live in a bus and like do all this stuff. And then in like 2018, I saw Michael from Navigation Nowhere, his bus Navi, the tour. And I was like, you can do that? Like you can take your house with you? What? Because I've always had anxiety about like, what if I forget something? And like, it's not my house. Like I'm uncomfortable. So it was really exciting. And I thought at the time, like, hey, that's something I'll do someday. I was engaged at the time. He had a daughter who was only like 10. So I'm like, maybe when she grows up, we'll do something like that, whatever. And then the beginning of 2019, February of 2019, I had a heart attack and I almost died. I was having it for 3 days and I thought it was an anxiety attack. So I didn't go to the hospital. And then when I went to the hospital, they were like, you could have died. I was like, oh, well, could we fix it? That'd be great. Because I don't want to die. I'm not looking forward to that.
I don't want to laugh.
I
don't want to laugh, but she just tells it like she went and bought an ice cream cone. I just had a heart attack.
Well, it makes me
laugh all the time.
If you could squeeze me in on your lunch break and
Yeah.
Well, and I kind of realized at that moment that I was probably not meant to be with my ex, because as they're telling me that I'm having a heart attack and I could die, of course I freaked out, but I wasn't like, I love you or tell Libby, his daughter, and anything. I was like, make sure you take care of Finnegan. Like, you have to take care of Finnegan. Finnegan has to be okay. He won't understand why I don't come home.
And that's your dog, for anyone that doesn't know, correct?
That's my dog. So it was kind of at that moment that I was like, maybe, it's not all it's cracked up to be, because I care more about the dog.
Hey, however we get the signs that we need, right?
And then I waited a couple months, but I knew, I was talking to him, I need to do this bus thing sooner. All I ever do is work. I worked 80 hours a week. I had my own business doing 3D modeling and stuff. And that's all I ever did was work. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. I just worked. And, almost dying, you're like, hey, when I do kick it, I want to have some memories. That'd be great. So, and he wasn't really feeling it, but I wasn't listening. So I was like, I'm just going to do it anyway. And in May, I bought the bus. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, yeah. And I just sent her the money. And then I went downstairs and said, so I just bought a bus. And I'm going to go with my sister tomorrow to New York to pick it up. And he was like, all right. I don't know what else he was going to say. So I did. And then the next weekend, my mom and my stepdad helped me take the seats out. And they were going to help me build it. That was going to be the thing. Me, my mom, and my stepdad. I guess him, but my ex, but I wasn't really counting on it at that point. And about a month after I bought the bus, we had done the seats and all that. My mom came to my house, and I thought we were going to work on the bus. And she told me that she had been diagnosed with stage 4 inoperable cancer, and it had gone in her lymph nodes, and it was all throughout her body. And they only gave her 6 to 18 months. Wow. There was no way I could build that bus by myself. And I really wanted her to see me. She was very supportive of it, very supportive. She was like, I want you to do this. I want you to live your life. I want to do that. I want to see you happy. So she had to see it done. And I couldn't build it myself. And, she's kind of battling cancer. I can't expect her to help. So it's she's busy.
She's busy, Gina.
So I hired somebody in Connecticut to do it, just a handyman type dude. I was like, well, he must know what he's doing, right?
Yeah.
No, not really. It was $5,000, and everyone who's looked at that build, who's seen it, does not understand at all what cost $5,000 or what happened. It was a nightmare. The back door wouldn't close anymore because of how we built the bed. It was terrible. So bad. And it was mechanically, it had some issues at the time. The roof hatch was broke, so that flew open a few times across the country. That was a fun time. The starter went in New Mexico, so that was a good time. Yeah, by the time I got to Badge, I was like, can you just fix it, please?
You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this up. This is,
no,
you can't do this. You can't make this up.
And then Michael, I got to meet Michael and Dean. They weren't even supposed to be at Schoolie Palooza it was the beginning of 2020, before the pandemic really hit. And but they came. I think they were doing so. I don't remember. I think they came for Badge, honestly. So I got to meet them. And Michael, which everyone knows who Michael is, he builds buses. Michael was he told Badge later, he's like, she has to rip that all out, right? That's not.
Well, let me go back.
It's awful. It's just awful.
Let me go back just a bit. Okay, so she shows up and we go to Schoolie Palooza. The good thing about Schoolie Palooza is that it doesn't matter if you got a trailer or van or whatever, you can just go. So we went to Schoolie Palooza and we're sitting there, and Eric's right here and Gina's here and I'm across the way. And she says, I got a problem with the door. She only been there for what, a week or something? And
yeah. I
said, okay. So we go and look at it. Me and Eric are looking at this thing, and I'm thinking, oh my God, Eric, what are we going to do? He says, we can't really do much. I says, well, let's get the door to fix anyway. So we fixed the door, chopped out a whole bunch of stuff, and got the door to work. And then we got this to work and that to work.
Just chopping shit out. Hey, Gina, what was your expression?
I literally was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Please help me.
And then we're looking at each other, and I said, Eric, this is no good. And she just spit, like, you got to admit, like, we didn't know Gina that good. Like, I knew her quite well because I talked to her a lot, but not like super well. So I said to Eric, I said, I don't know, how are we going to do this? She just spent $5,000 on this piece of shit, and it's got to be gutted. He says, I know. Let me work on it. Let me work on it. So that's how she ended up with the Wonder Broom thing. Anyway, that was, so go ahead. Yeah. I'll shut up.
He was really fantastic, and he helped me. I pulled out like everything that was in here, and there was just a pile of wood in Squatterville. Like it was just all for my bus, and he helped me. We didn't do like a whole rebuild at that point, but he helped me make it safe, which was super important.
Oh, yeah.
It was really nice to know I wasn't going to burst into flames at any time, because Steampunk Steve was there, and I asked him one question, and he looked at something and was like, turn off your propane. You can never use this. Like there was like a hole and a propane leak and like some other thing. He's like, oh my God, you just cannot do this.
Oh no.
So many people were so concerned about my life and my safety.
It's so funny now. At the time it wasn't, but she spent all this money like to get this thing built. And I says, where's the water in the tank? Oh, it doesn't pump water. I said, it doesn't pump water. Well, it doesn't work. It had the pump in the tank and all that stuff, and it didn't work. I said, okay, let's fix this.
I don't know why it doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
That thing worked.
God.
Oh my! And that pump later ended up catching fire, so that was super fun. I was like, Eric, help me!
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it has not been an easy road. Well worth it, but definitely not easy.
Yeah. Oh,
You're trying to tell me all of that was worth it? Now let's hear the highlights reel. You're that much fun telling me the crappy stuff. I can't wait to hear the good part.
It's better. Been on the road and met these people. I am so blessed that
we didn't get halfway through it yet.
That I met the people that I did, like Eric and Robin from Wanderboom, Badge, Michael, Neil. Like they're just the most helpful people, and like I had talked to them all online, YouTube and stuff like that, and Facebook, really, for maybe a year before I actually got out there. It was maybe even a little more than a year. Just, like, what should I do? And what are your thoughts? And all of that. And they were very helpful to that extent. But then when I got out there and you actually spend time with these people, it doesn't even have to be a lot of time, like a couple days, a week. And you just form like these bonds that it's hard to explain, but you just know who you can trust and who you can't really instantly. Yeah. You just know who's going to be there and who's not. It's pretty instant. Yeah. You just know it. And they're all very genuine people.
Like, it's kind of funny, because the whole group is just unbelievable. Like, you watch that video of Jax's Magnificent Seven, I called it, and everybody just comes together. So Eric phones us one day, and he's working on her bus over at Squatterville. He says, I need you to come over and do the solar. I don't want to do the solar. I want to stay away from it. I said, yeah, no problem. I said, and of course, everybody knows Neil's got no legs and only one hand. I said, Neil, we got to do solar. We got to go over and put Gina solar. Okay. So we all load in my truck and we go over. And here's Neil sitting down there. He says, oh my God. I said, what, Neil? Have you looked at this? I said, no. Well, we got to pull it all out. I says, well, does that surprise you? So we ripped it all out and we put it all back. And she never had no solar panels, so I pulled one out of my truck and put on it. And the charge controller was hooked up wrong and a whole bunch of stuff. So Neil wired this whole thing. Now, this guy got no legs and only one hand. And he's sitting on the floor wiring this thing while Wonderboom's doing wood and I'm putting the panels in. And it's all coming together like one big, it's so cool. It's so cool to watch. But anyway, we got it all working. So, yeah, it's kind of fun.
People see these videos and everyone coming together to help and they're like, oh, but that wouldn't be for me. And maybe it's not for everybody. Like maybe everyone doesn't get the help that, some other people do, but it's really just how you present yourself. Like, let me just tell you the story, and I don't care how bad this sounds, but
good.
When all that stuff was happening, they were fixing my bus and all that. I don't accept help well, especially then. Like, I was always taught, like, if you need help, you're weak. And, so I literally was just frozen in fear while everyone's doing all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, okay. Like, and there was this woman, I don't even remember her name at this point, but she was helpful, but also weird, because she brought over this charge controller to let me have. She's like, I don't need it. I was like, so grateful. I'm like, thank you. But again, I was frozen in fear. So it was more like, okay, like, I don't know. And then she looked right at me, and I guess she had been trying to talk to everybody, but clearly they were busy. And she looked right at me, and she's like, it must be nice to be a helpless little girl and get help from all the big YouTubers. And walked away. And I remember being like, I'm sick to my stomach right now. Like, this is not exactly enjoyable for me. And that stuck with me, because there's those people that you'll meet, but then there's people who are like Badge and Neil and Eric and Michael, and just that will give you the shirt off their back. So I feel like the people who are like, oh, they say they had bad experiences, they didn't meet the right nomads, because yes, I met them first. So I had a great taste about nomadism and all of that. But if I had met her first, I absolutely would be like, this shit sucks. Oh my God. Like, I would be horrified.
What a terrible thing for a woman to say to another, right?
Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of people who are not doing this by choice. So they're, jaded about it.
Yeah.
Which is fine. And I understand that. But I feel like people need to understand that just because you meet one bad nomad, it's just like the world, doesn't mean they're all that bad. Because everyone else that I've met, save for maybe 2 people, are amazing, wonderful people who have nothing. Some of them have nothing. I could not get this bus to start one day. I was in New Mexico. It was miles. Like, to walk somewhere, it was miles. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And this couple who clearly did not have a lot, they had a van. It was an older van. He was a mechanic. He helped me get it started, drove me to the store to get something that we needed. And I gave them $40, and they were the most grateful people on the planet that I gave them money. They were going to do it for free. It was no big deal, but they had needed the help at that time. And I learned that from Badge, because when I tried to pay him, he was like, absolutely not. And I tried to buy them lunch. They flipped out on me. They were like, no, we're not taking your money. Just pay it forward. And now, every time I have an opportunity to do so, I do so. And I feel like that comes back to you. But not everyone's like that. You just have to pay attention to who you're hanging out with. I'm just tired of people saying bad things about nomads.
Do you
and that was a hard thing. That was a really hard thing, because Gina and me, Els, she's behind it. She backs us 100%. And I kept pushing. I said, get out here. Don't worry about nothing. And here, she just had a heart attack 2-3 months ago, and her mom passed away. I said, just get out here and it'll all be good. And people that have never done it, they don't know what you're talking about, right? She had no idea, but she did it. And I got to give her credit, and she's killing it, believe me. And the thing is that she come out and she's doing it and living it, and everything sort of carries on. And the lady, after she talked to her, come out, and I was standing there, and she says, oh, you're helping her too? I says, yeah. She says, oh, it must be nice. I says, well, she never asked. We did this for nothing. She never even asked for us to help her. It was one that asked us. She never even, she said, what are you doing here? I said, me and Neil and Bob are going to do your solar. Well, I never asked you. I said, you're right. You never.
I definitely would never have. I never would have.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know.
Just a quick interruption. Can one of my moderators drop the link to the video about Paula Palooza for Rideshare Road Warrior Rick? He was just asking some questions. If someone could drop that link for him, he can get all the information about Paula Palooza. Oh, Janice from Oz, the lady from Australia, is letting him know it's Weyburn, Saskatchewan on Highway 35.
Someone's been paying attention.
You gotta love it. Gotta love it.
I do. That is too cool. Oh my goodness. Oh, so you're definitely sounding like overwhelmed with the generosity and kindness of others, hey?
It's really, in my whole life, I have not met this many people who are this helpful and this kind combined in the last 19 months of being a nomad, like 40 something years combined in 19 months. Like, it's crazy. I don't even understand how it's possible, but apparently every nice human is just a nomad. That's got to be what it is, because I don't get it.
Oh.
Like, that's the thing. Like, she got her van, and it happens all the time. Believe me, people get this stuff built, and it just is a comedy of errors, I say. So, like me and Wonder Boom in January of 2020, we knew this thing had to come apart. There's no way of fixing it. Michael looked at it, and I said, Michael, is there anything we can fix? Well, one thing about it, though, it'll make a good fire when we could take it out, because it just had to be gutted. And that's why that's why the videos of Wonder Boom, everybody thought it was just content he was trying to go for. It wasn't. He was fixing that van. And now she's got a van that is worth a lot of money. I'm telling you, it's impeccable.
It's really nice in here. It really is. And Michael's going to help me paint it so that it'll be painted.
Yeah.
Because it's still yellow. Like, it doesn't have the name or anything, but it's yellow. So he's going to help me paint it, which is huge. Like, I'm really, because I was like, that seems very overwhelming. I don't know how to do that. Like, and he was like, oh no, we're super easy. We're going to paint Rita's bus. We'll paint your bus too. It'll be fine. I'm like, okay.
We have a question for you, Gina. Did you ever give the first contractor what for his bad work? Did you ever go back to him and say, what the hell, buddy?
I was fine to leave it alone. Just like, okay, whatever. Like, it's fine. But I posted stuff on Instagram about Eric helping me make it, better, more livable, safer. And I wasn't like super like rude about the dude who built it or anything. I was just like, some things needed to be fixed, and Eric's super nice and he's helping me. I really didn't say anything nasty. And he sent me a text and was like, it really hurts my feelings that you're tearing out my hard work. And I remember I was walking across the desert in Ehrenberg with Finnegan. We were on a walk, and I just looked at my phone. I was like, oh, it's on. Like, now it's on. Like, I've had it. And I was like, I stopped. I had my foot on Finnegan's leash so that I could type with both hands. And I was like, no, we are going to talk about this. So he absolutely was aware. And then he blocked me from literally every possible way of contact: texting, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Like, I could not message him if I tried. Like, as soon as I was like, you blocked me? Like, are you So no, I mean, I gave him a piece of my mind, but then he blocked me. So
oh my gosh, it's just craziness.
Honestly, I'm like, is this really my life? Because it just feels like a comedy show sometimes. It really does.
I don't know. I wouldn't really say it was a bad job. We never ever said anything about it. I never really said nothing about it. It just didn't work for her. And me and Wonder Boom and Michael, we looked at it, and we just couldn't make it work for her. And then we gutted it that in January at Schoolie Palooza. We didn't gut it. We took some stuff out and redid the bed so that she could use it. And then Wonder Boom, when they went up to Colorado, he said, I'm going to gut it. I said, well, if you need any hand, buddy, you let me know. I can't go down there, but I can help you. He says, oh, yeah, no problem. And he gutted that thing and put it all back in there. And
it's beautiful now. I absolutely love it. Like, the tour is on his channel, Wonder Boom's channel, but Michael just did like a quick tour at the end of his last video. Like,
nice.
It's like 3 minutes or whatever. So, but it's really, really nice. Yeah. It's really roomy. It's everything that I wanted. Like, I even have extra drawers because there's so many drawers that I don't need them all. I'm like, that's fine. Like, I like extra space.
Cool. Very cool. So we need to go and check out Navigation Nowhere's last video to see a tour of your bus.
Yeah, it's just a quick tour, but it's it shows. We talk about how amazing Eric is. Like that's literally most of it. Like how awesome Eric is.
So when are you gonna do a tour and put it on your channel that has only one video?
Never.
That's a good idea.
I don't do YouTube.
That's
it's not
good
a
idea.
Oh God! Now you've got Badge going.
I
That's
know.
a good
I knew I
idea.
was starting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
No. Just saying.
I am not a
Well, you know what you can
YouTube
do?
person.
You know what you can do because it's law now. It's a YouTube law. If you're into YouTube, it's a law now. You can go take somebody's video and blitz hacker it and put it on your channel and no questions asked. Just take Michael's thing and put it on your channel.
That's not really how it works, but
I feel like Badge is making a point. I feel like he's being specific without being specific.
Kind of feels that way, huh?
Yeah, a little.
Oh, thank you so much, Megan. It's going green, Mom, for putting the link there.
Look at that.
A reminder for everyone before I forget, at the top of the hour, we're going to do a Van Veterate on Van Life with Gina, and the link to that is in blue at the very top of the chat. Oh, Trucker Daddy, how's it going? He says Badge can do the video.
Yeah, he would have to get his butt down here first.
Yeah.
You know, he'll get there.
I can. Well, Elle does the videos. Elle does videos.
That's true. Elle is the camera woman.
But yeah. No, it's pretty. You know, and that's the thing. You know, you get like I know she was set up when she did the thing, and it didn't really work for her. And that's why I said just get the thing to Arizona. Bring it out to Squatterville, and we'll make it work. And we spent 2 days getting the door to shut and some other stuff to work, and we got it working. And then we went over to Blythe and we gutted. You took the bed. You took the bed out. No, that was that Schoolie Palooza one, or no, Squatterville. We pulled the bed out.
That was Squatterville.
And Eric
yeah,
pulled the bed out to make it work for her. Because she had to
it was a
lift
really
up
high
like
bed in the back, and I'm 5 feet tall. Like it was not working.
It was a dumb setup.
I'm like, I need a ladder.
So
I'm too old.
Yeah. Yeah.
The counters were 39 inches high, and I am 5 feet tall. I'm like, that's 3 inches above normal, and normal was a little high for me. Like I'm little. Like I'm just like this tall.
She had to put a mirror on the roof to see inside the frying pan. Just saying.
Oh my gosh. So Dad Cam Rocks, the one that Badge has been saying is coming to Paula Palooza, and he's like, am I? He comments on it. Yes, Dad Cam Rocks.
He's coming.
He's like, Badge is too busy recruiting for Paula Palooza to do other videos.
I'm gonna really throw him under the bus because he's gonna do a live on the Wednesday night of Schoolie Palooza. So Neil, he's gonna, do all the fancy stuff. He'll probably try to bribe me with bringing Forrester or something, but no, I'm saying Dad Cam's gonna be there on Wednesday night.
Okay, wait, what Wednesday night and where on his channel, and how do we find him? I'm confused.
Oh, we can find him. We know where he lives.
Gina's laughing. You know damn well he's gonna hunt him down.
Badge is not playing. He gets excited about something, and I have a video on YouTube. I never thought that would happen. It's Badge's fault. I mean, it's Finnegan, but we're answering Badge's questions. It was some COVID thing.
Everybody says that if they ever meet me, they have to come up. That's just the law. So
the reason everyone wants to come on for Badge is because Badge would do anything for anyone, and we would do anything to pay it forward to Badge, like anything for Badge, because he would do anything for any of us, and that's the truth.
True. That is true. Proven over and over and over. And Dad Cam Rocks, yes. Start packing, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Oh, and I would love to have all the Americans to come to Paula Palooza as well, but that border is not going to be open in time. But we'll do another one next year.
I really hope it opens soon. I mean, I know you guys can't come. You only get 6 months. I feel like they should give you longer because it's been closed for so long. Like, I feel like you banked some time. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Well, technically, you probably. Well, no, wait. Because you can do the 6 months at the end of a 12-month period, and then the next 6 months, pretty much in a row. But then you're gonna have to miss almost full year, right? Something like that. Hey, James Cantonese.
Yeah, we want to stick to 6 months because if we stick to 6 months, they won't screw that up. Where if you do 6, like we could get away with doing 6 months this year, and then in January do another 3 months, so it'd be 9 months. But we can only stay out of Canada for 6 months, or the Medicare starts. You know, where are you? Oh, we're parked in a parking lot in Vancouver. Yeah, we're in Vancouver.
Sure, we are.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so Robin Jan Canvan says it's 6 months and a 12-month period, not necessarily per year. Yeah, that's correct. Sorry, I didn't explain that well. You have to be careful. Yeah, they've been really reading up on the rules. I don't know. For me, as long as it opens up by late fall, early winter, it's going to meet my needs. The badge would go crazy.
Badge is like, I need to get out of here.
We're going. We're going. We're going. There's no doubt. I said, as soon as that border opens, we're ready.
All right. That badge guy's all right. I don't care what anybody says. Blindview says.
Yeah. And he's worried because he knows when I'm coming across the border, I got to go to. I'm on the way to Florida, and then he knows he's in striking range, like park right up front. Hey, Blindviews, what are you doing, man?
You'll have to dress up like him, like Vicky Van Gogh did. That would be awesome.
Oh, that was hilarious. I tell you, she did an awesome job. I'll tell you. And then right there, nose to nose, would say you're an imposter. That was freaking funny. Man, oh man, that was funny. Yeah.
So, Gina, how long have you been living as a nomad now?
19 months.
And I'm going to assume you're on some type of medical leave because of the heart attack, correct?
No, I work for myself.
What? You don't even have any... Oh, you work for yourself, so maybe you can have insurance? No. I don't know how the U.S. stuff works.
I have Medicare, so it's federal, so I can go any state to state. If I had something else, I would have to be like in Mass, which no, I don't want to be in Mass, but I have my own, I just make 3D models on contract. So
what does that mean, you make 3D models?
You got a job.
It's sort of
you got a real job.
Oh, sorry.
Ironically, a lot of people keep asking me when I'm going to get a real job, and I've been doing it for 20 years. So, maybe they'd get it. But
I guess
it's sort of just like digital Barbies. I make this one company makes these 3D models, male, female, whatever, and I make clothes and accessories for it, and then sell it to them, and then they sell it to hobbyists. So. It's just all on the computer. It's remote.
Very cool.
Well, that's awesome. That is perfect for living this lifestyle.
Which is why when it came up, I didn't really think at all about it, because I was like, it doesn't matter. As long as I have internet, I can go anywhere I want, and it works out.
Waterville's got 4 bars.
Yeah. So what do you do for service, Gina? Because do you travel a lot, or do you stay within a certain area?
I used to move a lot, and then I spent a couple months with Eric and Robin in the LTBA in Blythe. Badge was greatly missed, Badge and L. So I just sat still for 3 months. But out west, AT&T is the service to have. It's the one that works the best, and you get the most bars and all of that. So I have AT&T, and it works well in the east. But not as well as the West. I was coming to see Michael, and I lost service for a while. Like it was just, like a line through it. Like, nope, you have nothing. Have a nice day. Like my GPS even stopped working. So it had been a while and I was on this road and I'm like, I am getting nervous. Like where is a town, something? And so I saw this like state forest and there was like a little guard shack and the guy was in there. And I just pulled in and I was like, hey, I just want to know how much longer I have to drive before a service happens because this is getting ridiculous. And he said, well, what do you have? I said, AT&T. And he laughed. I was like, please don't laugh. Like I'm not laughing. He's like, not the next town, but the town after, but just stay on this road. And I'm like, okay, that's helpful. And he never said any names. And the town after the next town where I literally saw the sign, hit the sign and got service because my phone started going crazy was the town Michael's in. I was like, oh, well, had I known, you could have just said the town and I would have been like, that's where I'm going. Thanks for telling me how to get there. Like, that's all I needed, how to get there. So yeah, it's not as great on the East Coast, but I have a hotspot with like maybe 100 gigs or maybe it's 50. I honestly don't remember, but it works fine. And even after the hotspot is like over, it just slows down. I still have it. I mean, I just have to have the patience of a saint to work with it.
But it meets your needs for work then?
Yeah, it hasn't been any problem. And being at Michael's, I just use his Wi-Fi. So it's super fast.
Oh, I bet. Hey,
it's nice.
Yeah, free water, free power, and free internet. It doesn't get any better.
It doesn't. It's like water bill, only greener.
Ann Holland,
I know,
have
exactly.
you tried a booster, Gina?
Huh?
Have you tried a booster?
No, I was looking at them, but I'm like, that's kind of pricey right now because I didn't realize. I thought maybe they were like, $100 or whatever, but they're like $400 or $500. I'm like, that's a lot of money, at least for the Wii Boost, the one that I was looking at.
They're twice as much here.
Everything's twice as much in Canada, really.
No,
unfortunately.
Not everything. Oh, thank you guys, sweet puppy. This was the one that started wanting to yap in the background.
Aww.
This is
Oh yeah,
Gator.
that's right.
Oh.
We got
Where's
maple
Finnegan?
marshmallows and maple coffee for where's that going? Where are we going? Squatterville? No, Paulapalooza? Yeah, that's it. Where are we going? Yeah.
It's maple coffee?
Marshmallow and maple coffee. Yes, sir.
Paula, is this a Canada thing, the maple coffee?
Yeah, we're really big on anything maple. Mostly
You're
because
so excited about it.
Ontario and Quebec. I think it's mostly Quebec that has all the maple trees.
Yeah, maple bacon. Mm.
I just want to try the maple coffee now. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I'm very interested in maple coffee.
Yeah,
We put a little syrup in.
We gave you maple coffee.
You didn't give me maple coffee. You sent me maple marshmallows.
No, we made it when we were down there. Maple coffee. Yeah.
I don't think I had any.
Just try it.
I will absolutely try it.
So.
I did not try it. I will remember maple coffee.
Oh, I'll be right back. I have dog hair in my face. She
just left.
Oh, we lost her.
She's like, I'm leaving. Finnegan's sleeping. He's not interested in this at all.
No, Finnegan. How's Finnegan like the new house? Because he got his own place now, right?
Oh, God. He loves it. He loves Michael's dad and Michael's mom. Like, he loves them.
They're
it's
good
hysterical.
People,
they're amazing people. They're really wonderful people. Chris went to the store and he comes back and he shows me these treats. And he says, can he have these? And I thought they were their dog's treats, and he was just asking. And I was like, yeah, he can have one. And he's like, here. He bought him he went to the store and bought Finnegan a whole bag of like extra treats. I'm like, he's got like 6 bags in the bus. Like, he's the most spoiled dog to ever live. He's like, that's fine. Like, he just had to buy Finnegan treats.
That's so cute. You know what? I never clued into this. I know one of your dogs is named Maple, but I never clued in with how Canadian that is.
Well, that's why we did it. Because we picked her up in Arizona, and the girl says, what are you going to call her? Because her name was Jessie. Like, really? Like, really? I said, no, we'll call her Maple. That's Canadian. and she'll think she's Canadian, and she does. She thinks,
Thank you, Elle. I love you.
There's Elle.
Yeah,
I'm gonna shut up.
just forward Michael's address and Elle will send it to you. Yeah.
Yes.
And
She's always got my back.
my hair is naturally curly. I did virtually nothing with my hair today. Except put sunglasses in to hold the poofiest part back.
No one would have ever known that's why we were there until you said it.
Did I just give away all my secrets?
Yes, you did.
Apparently.
Robin Jan Canvan says, we take our maple flavored items for granted because it's just so common for us. Yeah, that's true.
Robin Jan is really funny because we started in this maple stuff and we never thought much of it. And we took down maple marshmallows. And I'll tell you, if you have maple marshmallows in Arizona, you can almost pick your price of what you want because these things are to die for. Like these people they just go, you wait till you go to Scully Palooza. We're going to have some, and I'll guarantee you there won't be nobody that says they don't like them. They are unbelievable.
When Eric and Robin found out that Badge was selling maple marshmallows, they lost their mind. I hadn't had them, but they literally lost their mind. They waited like every day. Did you get the tracking number? Is it here? Should we go get it today? Like, lost their mind. I was like, these better be some really good marshmallows, and they were. But like, I hadn't had them, so they were very excited.
Chewy's like black market maple marshmallows.
In the U.S., you could absolutely do it.
It was so funny because I said, well, Eric was mentioning, he says, we're getting a little low on the maple marshmallows. I said, I'll send you some. No, you won't. I said, oh, yeah, I will. Where are you? And I forget, they were in Leadville or somewhere. So I sent them, and this thing take like 5 days on a slow boat to get there, right? And they got them there, and they're just, they're so good. I says, I know. That's why we sent them to you. And everybody loves them. Like we sent them to the Ramblers and Saucy and Eric and them, and they just love them. They're really good.
They are really good. Super great s'mores.
Yeah.
Oh, they make awesome s'mores. Unbelievable s'mores.
We only have about 7 minutes left before we raid Van Life with Gina. But Gina, if you were to give me some advice for planning for hitting the road, what would be maybe something good for me to know or to plan for?
Stay away from Badge.
Too late.
She's screwed. I don't know what to do. I don't. You know what? Just do it is really the only advice I could give anyone. If you do it and you don't like it, you didn't lose anything. You really didn't. Because a lot of people are like, how do you know if you're going to like it? They ask me that all the time. I didn't. I had no idea. I knew it was something I wanted to do. So everything that I've done since is, well, we're just going to do it. And it's either going to work out or it's not. You can't overthink it. I mean, I still overthink, and then I spend like 3 days crying over stupid stuff. But eventually you realize it's stupid. Just do it. And I haven't regretted just doing anything since I've started this.
Wow. Do you feel like there's a bit of, doesn't sound funny, but do you feel like there's healing that goes on when you're on the road?
100%. I know that if I had stayed where I was, stayed with my ex, there was nothing wrong with him. We didn't work out. Like, he wasn't a bad person. But if I had stayed, like, with my mom passing and having my heart attack, I would not be here to have this conversation. Not because I wouldn't be a nomad, because I would have given up. I would have died. Like, I wouldn't have worried about my health. I would have been too stuck in my own grief with my mom to really care about it. But she really wanted me to do this for me. So that helped me not back down and actually do it. And once I started doing it, I'm like, there's nowhere else I'd rather be except doing this. Like, every day it's something else. And I learned more about myself than I ever did in 40 plus years, working every day, 7 days a week. Like, it's really something that changes you completely, whether for the good or for the bad. It changes you. For me, it just happened to be really good.
Oh, that's so awesome. So awesome. Badge, any last famous words from you, since this is going to be the last surprise guest live stream for a couple months?
No, I thought we had it's really good because we had Gina on tonight because she's like she's really close to us, and now that we got our shot, we can go down there. So I thought it was
I
kind of good.
can't wait to see them. I'm gonna hug the life right out
I
of them.
know. We can't, like Al says, I might not have no service tonight, so you make sure you reach right in there and just give her a great big hug. I said, yes, I'll do that for you. So,
I will tell you this.
But
I have to say this, Bag. I'm interrupting you.
No.
After my mom died, I feel like I lost, all sense of home and family. She was everything to me. And I was lost. And she died November 17th. I didn't see Badge and Al until January 19th. So like 2 months. And I didn't have that like safety and security and that feeling of family and home and I had never met them, like face to face, never met them. As soon as I saw them in the Blythe parking lot, the first thing that they did, both of them, was hug me, and I felt like I was home again. Like I felt that feeling. So there are no more important people on this planet than Badge and Al to me. So I would do anything for them. They're amazing people.
Well, when you guys all get together, holy hell, someone better be recording it. I want to see the laughter and the tears and the jumping up and down.
I'm pretty old, Paula. I don't know if I'm going to be jumping up and down.
Hey, I'm old too. I jump up and down all the time. Not like a little schoolgirl anymore. There's a little more bouncing.
Yeah,
she does have a YouTube channel that has one video, but you can get a hold of her on Instagram.
Yeah, it's at the Lily Pad Bus.
It's what?
At the Lily Pad Bus.
Lily Pad Bus.
Yes.
Excellent.
You'll see mostly Finnegan. Yeah. Just be prepared.
Cool. We like cute dogs. Yes, Keely, that will definitely be an epic moment when they'll get together again. It's me family going home again, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Gina, I want to thank you so much. My gosh, you are so much fun. I cannot wait to meet you. I just can't even imagine how much we'll laugh.
It'll be a great time.
It will be. And this was just so wonderful of you to be willing to do this. And Badge, thank you for all the stuff that you've done, helping me with my channel and the stickers and encouraging me for Paula Palooza. And we'll get more into that later because you're going to be here. So you can hear it face to face all the time.
Exactly.
And I will give you guys hugs on Gina's behalf when you get here.
Thank you, Paula.
Yeah.
You're welcome, sweetheart. So Megan has just dropped the link for Gina's Instagram. Thank you so much for that, Megan. And we are going to go and raid Van Life of Gina. Let her know that I sent you. I will be there shortly. I'll see you guys all again on Saturday night. Catch you up on all the craziness going on and everything I'm trying to get worked out. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then it's not going to be long till Badge and Elle are here. So I'm just going to say good night. Much love, everyone.
Good night.
See you later.